Yo, salute. What's good? Morning to all. Grand rising, if you will. Just up the wee hours of the morning. Just sitting here thinking and going through the internet, surfing the web, seeing what's trending and seeing what's really going about out here in these streets. But morning to all though. Morning to all. So I'm up here, up late. Well, I ain't gonna say late, but early in the morning. Some of you probably can hear the birds chirping and stuff like that, but just sitting up here, just going through the web, seeing what's trending and what's not. But I want to talk about a few things that I've seen trending on the internet, such as well, it really is. It don't even matter. It's all over the platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, a little bit of X, formerly known as Twitter. But I've been noticing a lot of stand-up guys, masculine guys, that's really standing Republican on the right side. And I'm noticing a lot of the soft guys that wanting the women to lead and speaking for the women. They wanting to spend $20 million trying to figure out how to talk to us men. Ain't that something? Instead of have a regular dialogue with men in general, like men normally do, just talk it out. They're trying to spend umps amount of money trying to figure out how to talk to men, masculine men. And this has been going on for some years now, but it's starting to really trend all over the internet when I'm noticing that a lot of people are leaving that plantation and they're considering what if it's for Trump or not. They're coming over to the right side because they have morals and principles. And they not only that, it just really stand for something. They just know something is something, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't right, it ain't right. It just stand for something. And the whole time, this is what they've been seeing right before their eyes. Now they could sit here and say it about Trump or whatever, but at the end of the day, the plantation that you're sitting on is people that's really pushing an agenda that we all know. And let's just be honest, we don't even really stand with that. It didn't fly back when we were younger, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. Now this is just an open, it's like all game for everyone. And it's crazy because it's like, why would y'all want this kind of nonsense out here all over people just accepting anything. You're putting uh like sexual content in kids' schools, wanting you want the men's going into the women's bathroom, you want them to play women's sports, and you want the kids to switch sex. It's just crazy, man. You sit back and you think about the world today and how it was years ago, maybe 20, 30 years ago, and you just think, damn, the world ain't the same anymore, man. And for us to sit back and just allow this and sit back to have it ramp up even more. And these people are just the pedophilia, the things that in that nature, they're trying to normalize it and they're trying to make it right. And let's get it, you know, let's get it right, because the people over there in the Democratic plantation, they have no one that's in leadership. They have masculine women that's just want to rule the world. They really do. Ever since Kamala Harris left the seat, and she was leading the charge. Now you got women like Jasmine Crockett, AOC. It don't even really matter who's in it. It's just mostly women, and you got guys over there right behind them, and yeah, okay, baby, yeah, you could just pandering because they have no nutsack. But over here, we're not even allowing it. Us men who really do believe that a man should run their household and they make the decisions. And I'm not a religious person. I'm not even trying to pretend to be. But somewhere in the Bible that it says the man runs the household. How are they taking religion and making it where they want it to be? And for those of you that don't see it, it's really a problem. There's a lot of people with mental issues that's trying to twist the narrative. And y'all are just going along with it like it's okay. I don't get this shit, man. I really don't. I don't see how y'all can sit back and just run with a bunch of people that's just running rampant all over the world, as far as with the immigration and just the agenda just upside down anyway. Y'all will fight more for immigrants than you would for your own people. And it shows a long time ago that the Democratic plantation always have been about with the handout. They always been that way. But on the right side, the Republicans, they just, looking for you with your hand up. I never seen anyone that's always pulling you down or holding you down to get where you want to be in life. But as long as you keep relying and depending on the government, then you're always going to be stuck like a rock in a hard place. But, and that's the thing, back to what I was saying earlier, it's a trend that I'm seeing on the internet. A lot of people that's leaving the plantation, and a lot of them are doing it secretly. They're not, I don't know if they talk with their family or their friends or something like that. Because I know religion and politics are two subjects that can kind of divide the room. And the Democratic Party, the people, I'm gonna say the people on the left, but that's what they really are. They far left, the liberals and all that. They never have any substance when they really talking about things that's what makes them feel like anything that's other than right is supposed to be they're trying to make it the new world order. And that's part of their agenda. They got Los Angeles upside down. New York is about to be upside down. Chicago is in shambles. And for those who are really paying attention out here in the world, and it's not really so much of the news because if you're on social media, you got a lot of people that's really got their boots on the ground and really giving you the real. But the news just really going to talk about what they want you to know. So all down my timeline on all these platforms, my algorithm showed me a different light. It shows me now a lot of things that pops up there that's really some bullshit. I slide through that. But I see a whole lot of twisted minds that's on here that's really thinking the pedophilia and getting the kids to, having them a part of the whole thing over is just ludicrous. And y'all just sitting back and just letting this and allowing this to happen. They got books in these schools that's having the kids to learn about sex at an early age. They don't know, and at that age, kids don't know what they want, and they're just kids. But you're forcing this nonsense on these kids, changing their sex, cutting their breasts off, cutting their penis off, and trying to transition in the LGBT BT, the alphabet community, they're really behind this whole agenda. But and shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you rock. That's how you rock. Nobody really don't care about that type of life. Whatever goes on in your bedroom, that's what you do. But don't push this shit out here on us, especially with the kids. We're not gonna allow it. But for those you out here just holding up picket signs and on the internet, story time, and just talking about crazy shit. Man, nobody want to hear that. Y'all are delusional. Y'all really are. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just up in the wee hours. I might release this video sometime early in the morning. Just stuff I've been going through on the internet. I just had to kind of address some things, trending topics that I've been seeing and running across about how the stand-up guys are really, leaning towards the right. And you got these beta males that's really looking for women to lead them and pandering to their needs, like the Jasmine Crockers and the AOCs and these far left people, man. They just letting them take the wheel. That could never be over here. Not on this side. So that was my little, I ain't want this video too much longer, man. I just kind of want to, talk about some things that was on my mind this morning. Stuff I've been seeing on the internet and kind of things that I noticed. And it's way more of us on the right side than it is on the left side. You got guys like D.L. Hughley and the Steve Harveys and the Don Lemons and the Van Jones and all these people that you see on television. The Al Sharptons and the Roland Martins all out there just pandering to people and just telling you lies. They in it for the bag. Because these people here, if you don't have any kind of morals or just standards about yourself, then you just gonna fall for anything. A bag gonna move any and everybody, but a bag gonna move someone that really just in it for the bag. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna do what you can. You're gonna do what you can to help your family grow and put them in the right position to move them forward. A person with no dignity, or no kind of aspect in life, or no kind of morals, they're gonna just do anything for the bag and just lead you into the mind. I don't get them kind of people, man. You can get the hell out from around me. I don't get it. But that's just me this early in the morning, man. Just putting on, start my rant, about to get me some breakfast, man, and, start my day. But I just throw this on out here because there may be some of y'all out here that need to hear it, should hear it, and probably seen the same thing that I'm seeing, but just ain't saying nothing. But if I see it, I'm going to call it out. That's what I always been, and I always going to be. Because, you can sit here and say, well, fuck what you talking about and damn what you think. Well, guess what? It's the same way with yours too. Because, everybody got their own path. Everybody got their own stance in life. And if you go with anything, you know what I'm saying, you run along with anything, stand for nothing, you're going to fall for anything. And I ain't never been the type to just, I always stood for something. And I always been a why person. Well, why this and why that, even when it comes to religion, it's a lot of things I ask questions about. I'm not just going to go along just because you say. And a lot of people that's regurgitating the same thing to you, they heard it from someone else. They don't even know why. Shit, they're just saying it because somebody else saying it. Yeah, you can miss me with that. A lot of here say the plain telephone, telling you this, telling you that because they heard it from somebody else. Never experienced it. Never went through it. But going to tell you something different just because they align with that type of people. Man, miss me with that. I'm a loner, will always be a loner, and I'm cool with it. But one thing I always had, and still will, and always will have, is common sense. If you ain't got that, then damn right you're gonna fall for anything. But never mind the rant this morning, man. I'm just up, feeling good. You know, couldn't really sleep like that. About to grab me something to eat, start my day. And hope y'all have a good one today too. Up on this early Thursday. So shout out to y'all, man. Y'all have a good one.